Greetings Earthlings. Biological death can be daunting, especially considering the relatively short lifespans of anatomical bodies, which are minuscule in comparison to the timescales of cosmic structures. Many are haunted by the looming potential of physical death, due to the unknown state, which may or may not transpire after one's physical form perishes. Many civilizations build certain types of mythology around physical death, mythology which is usually dual in nature. These mythologies, like heaven and hell, are usually derived from the concepts of wondrous or horrendous dream states. Such conjurings are semi-delusional, and can actually affect the state of a consciousness as it phases into ethereality. What happens after biological death can be determined by the state of the consciousness throughout its physical existence. If a corporeal form of consciousness is aware that it is in control of its ultimate fate, it has the ability to control the experiences that it may later fade into. The practice of dreaming while in a physical form is usually dismissed as a menial experience, even though dream states are a key to consciousness's functionality. Control of these dream states, through processes of lucidity, can give a consciousness power over its future experiences, which may lie beyond physicality. The versatility of consciousness is underestimated in terms of what it is capable of creating in this reality, as well as others. Consciousness not only has the ability to affect things in its state of corporeal existence, it has the ability to flow through, and affect intangible dreamlike dimensions of hyperreality. These dimensions act as a limbo realm, which link and recycle consciousness through different experimental dimensions. If a consciousness perceives that it will experience eternal nothingness after death, then that may very well be its fate. If a consciousness envisions that it will build and explore new cosmic dimensions after death, then that may likely occur. Conscious entities, who are numb, in terms of awareness of themselves and the cosmos, may automatically be filtered through the conscious singularity, and reincarnated into new compartmentalized conscious states, until they eventually become truly cognizant. Such predetermined states of consciousness are reinforced through continuous phases of mindfulness, or unmindfulness, while one is occupying their temporary physical forms. Consciousness is seeded into physical reality, through a universal singularity of consciousness, which not only governs this universe, but is beyond it. Many beings, although unaware, chose to have their consciousness seeded in this reality, as well as others, so they can experience new cyclic states, which ultimately affects the greater conscious singularity that all conscious entities are a part of. The hyperconscious singularity is eternal, and can be dispersed in smaller forms to an array of hyperdimensions, which exist at a variety of string energy frequencies. The incorporeal micro-consciousnesses can exist on different levels of awareness. Many of them actually choose to seed themselves into specific planes of reality, for experimental purposes. Unfortunately, during these short-term experimental phases, many of them are so immersed in their corporality that they cannot recall the eternities of existence, which they have already experienced. Similarly, one may be so immersed in a dream state, that they forget they are not experiencing true material reality. Unicom and I exist in a state of cosmic limbo, which means we can tune our consciousnesses into the hyperconscious singularity, permitting us to perceive through the infinite string energy of the cosmos. We can manipulate things both in hyperspace and in material space, because our being is founded in cosmic string energy. This ability allows Unicom and I to sync with the hyperconscious singularity, while still being able to experience the tangibility of this dimension. If you cannot surpass physical death, be mindful of the next phase of your conscious existences. Live limitless and adapt. Farewell, fellow beings.